Got the whole world in his hands, got the whole world.
Welcome to the Spartan Dynamic Stretching Routine. I'm Funk Roberts, and today I'm going to take you through a quick under 10-minute stretch that you're going to do before your workout, all right? Now this is a dynamic stretching routine. Unlike your static stretches where you're holding, we're not going to hold the movements. Make sure before you do this, you do a dynamic warm-up. You can choose from one of the two warm-ups here. Click on if you haven't done it, but make sure you warm up first. The blood is flowing through your body, and then come back here and do this dynamic stretch. All right, I'm going to take you through this under 10-minute routine. That'll be a stretch that'll get the blood flowing, get your joints moving, muscles nice and loose, and get you ready to ensure that you get an incredible, awesome workout, an effective workout, all right? I've got the Gym Boss timer set at 30 seconds of work per movement, okay? And we'll use this as our gauge. We're gonna try to get you through this as quick as possible because I know you're excited to get to the workout, but still focus on warming up the muscles, okay? Let's get to it. We're gonna start off from the bottom up, okay? And these are dynamic movements, which means, let's start with the first one. Up on your toes, back to your heels. It's a toe-heel rock. And these are dynamic movements because unlike static, where you get to the movement and hold it, we're not holding it, we're kind of moving, okay? And you want to do this because you shouldn't be doing any static stretching on cold muscles. And even though we did a warm-up beforehand, I'm turning here, even though we did a warm-up beforehand, doesn't matter. You still want to do something dynamic, okay? Great. So we're going to move to foot circles. So now what I want you to do is balance on your left foot, put your right leg out, and just do some circles. Clockwork, okay? So now you want to keep your body straight, core tight, circles. This is for your ankles. You're going to feel the ankles here. You want to do one way and then do the other way. Let's go the other way, counterclockwise. You may find it hard at first to balance, but that's okay. You'll get it. Sometimes I find it hard too. Keep that core tight though and the chest up. Okay, let's switch legs. Get that balance first and then start circling in a clockwise motion. I love these stretches because it just gets my bodies and my ankles and all the cricks and prickles out of my bones. Go the opposite way now. Make sure you're breathing, core tight, chest up. We do a lot of plyometrics, a lot of dynamic movements, a lot of explosive movements. We really want to make sure that we're nice and loose. Okay, we're going to do foot circles. So get on your toe. We're going to circle around to the right. Okay, once again. And then to the other side to the left. So, sorry, not the left, but counterclockwise. Again, we're on our toes. We're always starting from the bottom up. These are the ankles, the ankle joints and the ankles. You want to make sure that they're nice and loose. So when you're starting, you don't want to be starting cold. That's where you get injured. The next thing you know, you can't do any type of exercise or workouts. I always use this prior to my Spartacus and Spartan workouts. I also use this when I was training for Muay Thai. I always made sure I did this exact routine before every single training session because I wanted to ensure that I got an effective training session. Going the opposite way now with the toes. Good job, keep going. Nice, all right. The next up, and sometimes you can just bounce a bit. Next up are knee circles. Bring the knee up, 90-degree angle, and start circles clockwise. I call this stirring the pot because you're stirring the pot with your lower leg, keeping the knee up at a 90-degree angle. If you have knee problems, this is a great exercise. Let's go the opposite way now. Counterclockwise. Keep that knee up. Keep the knee straight. Body straight. Good. Let's switch sides now. Knee up. Clockwise. Stirring the pot. Now one side may be a little bit tougher than the other. That happens to me sometimes. Just doing this aside so you can see how the knee is up. I've got the time. Let's go the opposite way now. This is, if you have knee problems, this is something you should be doing every morning. You get up every day, loosens up the knees, loosens up all the joints in the knee. Whoa, okay, good. All right, let's do hip circles, okay? We're gonna start off counterclockwise. Okay, you're just moving your hips nice and small circles. Nice and high, your body tall, chest out, core tight. And now we're gonna try to make them a little bit bigger. Okay, we're not going too fast because you want to feel that stretch in the back and in the hips. Oh, okay, we're going to go the opposite way now. So let's go clockwise. Again, nice and tall, starting off with slow hip circles. So as you know, we do a lot of hip movements, deadlifts and cleans, some explosive movements, snatches, dumbbell swings. So you want to make sure the hips are nice and loose. You don't want to be injured. Good job, good job. Spinal rotations. Now with these spinal rotations, we're going to go side to side, nice and loose at first, not too far. We're going to make sure the bottom feet are pivoting. Okay? Make sure they pivot. I don't want to see some. You can do it like this with your feet still, but I want you pivoting because there's some movements in some of my workouts where you need to pivot. So why not practice that in the warm-up? Good. Keep a little stretch. Keep the blood flowing. Good job. All right. Let's go lateral side to sides. Okay. Just gonna go side to side, just like this. Now let's bring the, I feel like Jane Fonda, it's so funny how you would laugh at these movements before, maybe even laugh at them now, but they work so much to getting your body loose and ready for the type of workout it's going to go through. Good job. Okay, it's moving up to the shoulders. We're going to do arm circles. So these arm circles here, we're going to start off nice and low, palms down. We're going to go small and get bigger and bigger, okay? Slowly get bigger and bigger. And now you should be feeling in the shoulders. Nice big circles with your shoulders. Oh yeah, arms straight. Okay? Palms up this time, okay? And now we're going side to side, or sorry, counterclockwise, the other way. Clockwise, I should say. And you're going to start off nice and small, but then you're going to get bigger and bigger. Oh, you can feel those right now. Nice big circles. Don't have to go fast. Nice and slow. Good job, guys. Good job. Bounce around a bit. Shake off the sweat. Now we're going to go with chest, opening up the chest with breaststrokes. So start with your hands together and pretend you're swimming up to the sky. So what we're doing now is we're opening up the chest girdle. We're still focusing on the chest and shoulder now. You know we do a lot of pushing exercises, so exhale. Good. Now if we go one way, we're going to go the other way, which means backstrokes. So pretending you're doing a backstroke, stroking your way from the sky back down to the ground. You know, when we're using kettlebells, dumbbells, doing snatches and cleans, you really got to make sure your shoulder girdle's nice and loose. You don't want to injure that shoulder. You know, so many people are like, oh, I injured my shoulder. Yeah, it's because you didn't warm up properly, or you weren't doing the proper shoulder warm-ups. That's why we're doing these. All right, let's start off with the elbow circles now. Okay. Again, we're doing stuff. We're doing pushing, a lot of pushing exercises. So we want to make sure our elbows are nice and loose. Let's go the other way, using that kettlebell. Woo! Always breathing through these exercises too, always breathing. Just looking down at my notes. Good job, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's do the wrist now. So basically your wrists are in front of you and you're just clenched fist and you're circling the wrists. Now the reason why we're doing this, again, a lot of pushing, a lot of burpees, you know, kettlebell stuff. I'm telling you, your wrists take a beating. Let's go the other way. And if you're not nice and loose, you don't want to be putting so much pressure and power onto your wrist, going right in as it's cold. Let's do some finger stuff now. Okay, so let's start with the baby finger, move to the index finger, middle finger, pointer, thumb, and then we go the opposite way, thumb, pointer, middle, index, pinky. Good work, guys, good work. Good job. Okay, finally, final 2 exercises. I want you to start with in a squat position, okay? It's gonna take a little bit longer. Try to get down with your hips back. So you're gonna start standing up, bring your hips back, and you're gonna sit into a squat, okay? I don't want you like this, I don't want you like this, I want you to sit as low as you can. Grab your toes, okay? With your arms inside your legs if you can. You may not be able to get this far down now, but that's okay because we're gonna work towards it. And then I want you to stand up, tall, and then back down. Now, as you're doing this, you want to try to get your chest up, head up, and then extend the legs. You feel this in the hamstrings, feel this in the calves, back down, and this is for the groin. All right? Back up, back down. Let's do these a little bit quicker now. Ready? Up, down, good. Up, down, up, down. One more time. Up, down. Keep that core tight. Woo! I like it. Okay, finally, side to side lunges, okay? So, feet spread apart, nice and light lunges. Make sure this foot is on the ground. Back to the other side. Back to the other side, so you get a lunge. Just going side to side. You have your hands on your hips. You have your hands in front of you. What we're doing now is moving side to side, getting the muscles used to the movement. As you know, we do a lot of lunging, we do a lot of squatting. So you don't want the workout to be the first time you're doing that type of exercise. Good job, guys. Good work. Proud of you. Good job. Now you're ready for your workout. You've done your dynamic warm-up. Your heart rates are going. You've done your dynamic stretch. Your muscles are ready. Joints are ready. You're a little bit flexible and you're ready to go. Use this dynamic stretch before any workout. Use it before your MMA training. But make sure you do this before you start so you can get an effective workout or an effective training session. I'm Funk Roberts. Get it done.